Hey there everyone, Bianca Baca here, your friend in Bay Area real estate. And today I want to tell you about my last listing and how we had some roller coaster complications during escrow and how we were able to make it to the closing table. To give you a breakdown and set the scene, beautiful townhome, we got perfect for market, we did photography, we did video, we beautifully staged it, sent out mailers, and it was very popular. We were having pre-active showings in addition to a really hot first weekend of open houses. We had offers immediately as soon as we hit the market. In the end, we had 3 offers on the property. My client, very happy, accepted one after a couple rounds of negotiations, and we entered into escrow. Now, this is where we hit some roadblocks. This property was originally purchased in a trust. During the time period of my client's ownership, that property was transferred to a different trust. My client being the grantor and trustee of both of those trusts. However, those original trust documents were lost, and we ran into some title transfer complications, needing that the escrow company and title, in order to transfer title, needed to be able to confirm that my seller was in fact allowed to transfer that trust into the secondary trust. So the ways that they are going to be able to confirm that are through confirmation through trust, so reviewing those documents, or confirmation through attorney. So that's speaking directly with the attorney that drew up those plans. However, the drama ensued when we were unable to work with the trust attorney to confirm those details, in addition to not being able to produce the original trust documents, ergo title transfer complications. So that's when my work set in. There was a few steps that we went through in order to make it to the closing table. The first one is the document hunt. This is going to be rummaging through old records, emails, every nook and cranny that you can possibly think of, talking to family members, seeing who has something. Trusts aren't normally recorded with the city, but even jumping in and diving into city records, seeing if there was something recorded with somebody to be able to produce some level of trust documents. Our next step was trying to work with the trust attorney. However, he was like talking to a brick wall, very unhelpful to the situation. And unfortunately, through no coaxing, persuading, gently nudging, he wasn't going to help us out. Our case really fell to 2 things. Document producing, so where can we find some level of documentation, and finding an escrow company that will work with the parameters of what we have. Unfortunately, the escrow company that we were originally with was being pretty unhelpful. One, they didn't find the problem during pre-listing, which when you're selling a home, you typically get a pre-listing escrow. The escrow agent did not call out any red flags, didn't ask for any additional documentation, which would have been really helpful for us to know in advance of, going active online, that we had some steps that we needed to take before escrow. But, hindsight 2020. The minimal communication that we did get from the lawyer, which was that they did verify before creating the new trust. They didn't make the original trust, so that was as far as they were willing to go in conversation. And then the documents that we were able to produce. So there was some level of documentation that we were able to produce. The escrow company that we were originally with wasn't being really helpful. They didn't end up being able to take any of the information that we produced. And so my hunt was to find a title and escrow company that would take what we had as information and provide different solutions. So we were able to find, or I was able to find, an escrow company that was able to confirm the documentation that we have, take the minimal conversation that we had with the lawyer as, confirmation, and be able to create their own certifications and contracts with the seller to be able to confirm grantor beneficiary possibility, and be able to issue title insurance. So that's the big thing. It wasn't arguing over the fact of who owns the property and who was able to be own the property, but it was to issue title insurance to make sure that there was going to be no one else who had a claim to the property if we were to transfer it to someone else. So the, story took a turn for the better. We were able to make it to the closing table, even through all of that information. The big thing that I wanted to drive home was hurdles in selling are common. Hurdles in buying are common. It's really, really important to have a team behind you that you trust. Don't give up. It was pretty much, We had a 21-day escrow. It was pretty much 15 days of every day trying to find a different solution. And we really didn't come up and have a clear solution until the last few days of escrow, but we were able to make it there. And that's what my job is, through managing those obstacles, presenting the knowledge, working with a strong team. And if the team that I'm working with isn't working out, being determined to find a new team that is going to work out. So here are my tips for you if you're looking to sell, or if you're a buyer and you're noticing some things reviewing your title. One, if your property's in a trust, do not lose those documents. Those documents are the hero. If you're transferring trust to something else, maintain a strong record of paperwork when it comes to your property, because that is gold for you. Two, ask the right questions. Does the agent that you're working with know how to handle problems? Are there problems that have come up in their other transactions that they've been able to work through? And do they have a strong team behind them? Is it someone you trust? And is it someone that you know is going to be through all those challenges with you, be them big or small, by your side through the stresses of real estate, buying and selling? Because it is not an easy feat. Some people think the hardest part is getting an offer accepted. No, the hardest part is definitely comes after that offer is accepted. And not every escrow is going to be complicated, but I promise you there are so many twists and turns in this world of real estate, especially in the Bay Area with all the regulations, that it's really important to have a strong team behind you. So that's what I wanted to share. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more tales behind the scenes, hit that bell icon so that you never miss an update. And if you ever have any issues in the Bay Area real estate or wants to buy or sell in the Bay Area, don't hesitate to reach out to me. In addition, I can refer you to my trusted people across the United States, whether that be a lender, a title company, or another real estate agent in another area. I'd love to connect you to my trusted partners. So bye for now.